Now, from your weather authority, meteorologist Cody Bailey.
Well, it has been warm, but at least it's been a comfortable warm. And that's what we've been dealing with for the better part, at least, of the last several weeks. These warmer than normal conditions. Not quite the 90s that we had a few weeks back, but can't rule out some spots getting close to 90s. We head into tomorrow and possibly into Tuesday as well. But outside right now, we've got a beautiful but warm Sunday evening continuing here across the area. We take a look down in the Central City area from our Austin Holmes Tower camera, looking at what should be a beautiful sunset. Now, we've been mentioning the last several weeks since the month of September began that we would be losing about a couple minutes a day of daylight as we go through the minute. Well, we are down about two and a half minutes from yesterday. Our sunset tonight at 6:37. So it's just the sign of the times, getting darker earlier and earlier. Sunrise tomorrow, 6:44. So we're really flipping the script here during this transition month. Oftentimes, of course, we see that with now going from the summer to the fall, anytime we have that equinox as well. The same story back in the beginning of the year with the spring equinox as well. But outside of the east side of Evansville, that's our Diamond Valley Federal Credit Union Tower camera showing traffic running smoothly, 69 and 66 there. And a beautiful scene there on the quad, a much better looking quad with all the rain that we've had in recent days as well. Now that's looking towards the west, hardly a cloud in the sky. Beautiful looking scene there, but we are still very warm at the 5 o'clock hour. 86 in Evansville, 87 across the river in Henderson and in Morganfield as well. Everyone in the mid to upper 80s, even tied for the hot spot in Fairfield at 87 over in southern Illinois. Now, much like we had during that heat wave earlier this month, once the sun goes down, temperatures will begin to drop pretty quickly. So it won't take long after sunset to fall through the 70s and eventually through the 60s for overnight lows and maybe even some upper 50s by daybreak tomorrow morning in some of the outlying areas. But Doppler radar is quiet, and this is going to be a scene that we'll be accustomed to yet again over the course of the next several days. And as I mentioned, despite the several inches of rain that we had to end the burn bans, it was not enough to really end the drought. This is what it looked like the week prior. This was the latest update now coming in this past Thursday, if you missed it. Abnormally dry for really along the Ohio River for the Evansville-Henderson area, even Owensboro too, but still that significant or severe drought rather, western Wayne, western Hamilton counties in Illinois, and parts of Hopkins and Muhlenberg, far southern Ohio, parts of McLean counties in Kentucky as well. So despite all that rain that we had, we are still in need of rain, and unfortunately it looks like the next week at least still not much in the way of any precipitation chances. Hardly a cloud in the sky today as well. Talking about what we showed you before the break out in the tropics, it is getting very active. Now the tracks of both of these storms, this is a hurricane, very strong hurricane, well-defined eye, Umberto. This is Tropical Storm Imelda, which is dropping a lot of rain now into the east coast, the Space Coast there of Florida. With advisories up, you can see with all the rain as well. This is forecast to strengthen to a hurricane, but watch as we put both of these tracks into motion at the same time. They're almost playing off of each other, and Umberto is going to take a turn to the right and drag essentially Imelda with it, but it's still going to be close enough to give some rough surf and some of that heavy rain on the Carolina coast, but a little further east with today's path from the hurricane center than what it was looking like yesterday. So again, the further away the better, but still going to be close enough to produce some heavy rain. And of course, we're about a year exactly removed from Hurricane Helene that dropped a significant flooding that they're still rebuilding in parts of North Carolina. So the areas that don't need it, hopefully that track continues to push further to the east. But here at home, again, no precipitation chances, hardly any cloud cover to talk about either. Future Tracker keeps us clear tonight and clear for tomorrow, maybe a few scattered clouds in the afternoon, just like what we had today, but high temperatures also like today, mid to upper 80s, and it's essentially a repeat on Tuesday with a good amount of sunshine, a few clouds in the afternoon, high temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. And then Wednesday will be that transition day. I think we top out in the mid 80s, but even as we fall to around 80 by the end of the extended forecast period, that is still a few degrees warmer than normal. So even with cooler air on the way compared to today and tomorrow, we're still going to be warmer than normal through at least the next 7 days. But temperatures, again, as I mentioned, once the sun goes down, 6:37, won't take long to fall to the 70s. And I do think we'll have some spots with calm conditions and clear skies. That's a recipe for those temperatures to drop pretty quickly through the 60s and I think upper 50s for some locations as well. And then tomorrow, a repeat of today with an abundance of sunshine, highs in the mid to upper 80s. And that's the story for Tuesday as well. Again, mid 80s for Wednesday and into Thursday. Then we start to drop those temperatures a little bit, but still keep in mind the normal high in the upper 70s. And overnight low is not a whole lot of movement either, as we fall between basically 55 to 60. And that carries us through next weekend, but it looks like that dry stretch should continue for at least the start of Fall Fest next week, Monday. So some beautiful weather, but again, we still need the rain, and it looks like at least the next week, Emily, no rain in sight. So those drought conditions could unfortunately worsen again as we go through the rest of this week as well.